Okay, in our last session, we started talking about the cell. We said that the cell is the smallest part in our body, as our body consists of six systems, and each system is made of many organs, and each organ consists of tissues, and each tissue is made of cells. So the cell is the smallest part in our body, and it is the building unit of all the living organisms' bodies. And we said that each cell must contain main three things: nucleus, cytoplasm, plasma membrane. We said that the nucleus is the circle that centers the cell, and we said that this nucleus has two jobs or two functions. It organizes all the operations or the processes that happen in the cell, and it's responsible of the cell division, as it is the first part that starts the division. And the second one is cytoplasm. We said it is the liquid that fills all the spaces in the cell, and all the operations that happen in the cell happen inside the cytoplasm. And the third one is plasma membrane. We said that plasma membrane is the outer cover of the cell, and so it surrounds the cell, and it's so thin and weak, so it controls all the substances that enter or leave the cell. Today we will continue our talking about the lesson of the cell. We will start with that we have two types of cells. We have two types of cells. The first one is called plant cell, plant cell, and the second one is called animal cell, animal cell. Plant cell means the building unit of plants. Plant cell is the building unit of plants, plants only. And animal cell is the building unit of animals and humans. Again, plant cell is the building unit of plants only, but animal cell is the building unit of animals and humans. Okay, why the animal cell is the building unit of both animals and humans together? It is the building unit of both because animals and humans, both of them, have exactly the same structure. Both of them have exactly the same six systems. We and animals have exactly the same six systems. Both of us have digestive system to digest food. Both of us have respiratory system to breathe. Both of us have urinary system to get rid of wastes. Both of us have reproductive system to get babies. Both of us have circulatory system, which is responsible of the heart and the circulation of the blood. And both of us have nervous system, which controls the five senses. So we and animals have exactly the same six systems, and each system of them have exactly the same organs. So we have exactly the same tissues. And at the end, or finally, we have exactly the same cells. So we and animals have exactly the same cells, and these cells are called animal cell. So the animal cell is the building unit of not animals only, but it is the building unit of animals and humans. So our building unit is called animal cell. But plants are different. They have a different structure. So they have different organs, so different tissues, so they have different cells. And these cells are called plant cells. So the plant cells for plants only, and animal cells for animals and humans. Okay, we will start with the structure of plant cell. The structure of plant cell. This is a photo of plant cell, and we will start to say what are the components of the plant cell. First, okay, I will answer all of your questions when I finish. Okay, just write the question to not forget it. This the plant cell has two covers. The plant cell has two covers. The outer cover here, this outer cover is called cell wall. Cell wall. It's called wall because it's so hard to protect the plants from outside. So the outer cover is called cell wall. The second cover, the second cover is called plasma membrane. We know it before. Plasma membrane. It is the thin cover that controls the substances that enter or leave the cell. And we said it before, it surrounds the cell. So again, the plant cell has two covers. The outer one is hard to protect the plant and it's called cell wall. And the inner one is called plasma membrane and it's thin and weak. Okay. Then we have this circle that we talked about before, which is called nucleus. Nucleus. And we said it's responsible of the cell division because when it's divided into two parts, all the cell is divided into two cells. And we have this liquid here, all this liquid which fills all the empty spaces in the cell. This liquid is called, very good, cytoplasm. Cytoplasm, as it fills all the empty spaces in the cell. And after that, we have this large part, this large blue part here. This large part is called sap vacuole. Sap vacuole. The plant cell has only one and large sap vacuole. Can you see it? It's only one and it's large. This sap vacuole stores the food. Stores the food. It stores the food of the cell. So again, the plant cell has only one large sap vacuole. Then we have here many of these green parts, many of these green parts. These green parts are called chloroplasts. Chloroplasts. Or it has another name, it's called green plastids. Green plastids. We can say chloroplasts or green plastids. The green plastids or the chloroplasts are the most important parts in plant cell. Again, chloroplasts are the most important parts in plant cell. Why? Because it is the reason that make the plant with the green color. This gives the plant the green color, and it's so important because this part, the chloroplasts here, these parts take or absorb the sunlight. They take or absorb the sunlight to help the plant to make its food. So if there are no chloroplasts, if there are no chloroplasts, The plants can't take the sunlight, and the plants can't make their own food. Again, if there are no chloroplasts, the plants can't take the sunlight and the plants can't make their food. So the chloroplasts absorb the sunlight to help the plant to make the food. So again, these are the components of plant cell. The plant cell has two covers. The outer one is called cell wall and the inner one is called plasma membrane. And sure, it has nucleus because it's responsible of cell division. So we said it must exist in any cell. And sure, it has cytoplasm. We said also it must exist in any cell because it fills all the spaces in the cell. And it has one and large sap vacuole, and it has many green plastids or chloroplasts to take the sunlight and help the plant to make its food. Then we will go to the structure of animal cell. The structure of animal cell. This is a photo of animal cell. Sure, it's so completely different from the plant cell. It's different because the plant cell is a part of plants, but animal cell is a part of animals and humans. So sure, they have different structure. Okay, but we said that there are three things must exist in any cell. So these three things are common between the animal cell and the plant cell. We said the first one is the outer cover, plasma membrane. Plasma membrane, the thin one, because plasma membrane must exist in any cell, plant cell or animal cell. But the plant cell has two covers, cell wall and plasma membrane. But here the animal cell has only one cover, the plasma membrane only. Then we have this liquid which exists in any cell. Mustafa, okay, I will answer your question just when I finish this part. Don't worry, I will answer you. And the second one here is the liquid that fills all the spaces in any cell, which is called cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. And the most important part in any cell, which is called nucleus. Nucleus. So these are the three things which are common between the animal cell and the plant cell. They exist in both, in animal cell and plant cell. Plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus. Okay, then we have here many of these small sap vacuoles. Small sap vacuoles. So remember that in the plant cell, there is only one and large sap vacuole. But here in animal cell, there are many and small sap vacuoles. Here they are many and small, but there in plant cells, there is only one and large sap vacuole. So this is the structure of animal cell. Now we will make a comparing or comparison between the animal cell and the plant cell. But before that, I will unmute all of your voices. I unmuted all of your voices because I want you to answer with me. First, what are your questions? Yes, Mustafa, what did you want to ask?
Yes, what is the job of sub vacuum?
It stores the food of the cell.
And the sub vacuum in the animal cell هو بتاع
الانت سيل.
Yes, in both, in plant cell and in animal cell, the
انا
cell
كنت برضه هسأل السؤال ده.
store the food. Okay? You got it now?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions from anyone?
No.
Okay. Now I want you to answer with me the comparison between animal cell and plant cell, all of you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. This is the table that we will compare in between the animal cell and plant cell according to the cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, sap vacuoles, and chloroplasts. First, we will start with cell wall. The cell wall
Plant
exists
cell.
in animal cell or plant cell?
Plant cell.
Plant cell. Sure, we said plant cell to protect the plants from outside, but animal cell has only one cover and it's not cell wall. Okay. Number two, plasma membrane exists in animal cell, plant cell, or both?
Both.
Both. Very good.
Both.
Very good. Both in animal cell and plant cell, because we said that plasma membrane must exist in any type of cell, animal or plant. Okay. What about cytoplasm?
Both.
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 Both. Very good.
مس عامل العتمة مش بيقول لي can you open my mic.
I unmuted all of
لسه
you.
بتحاول. هو اللي قافله.
لسه جاي.
I
لسه جاي
unmuted
بس.
all of you.
لسه جاي.
Sama, can you hear us? You are unmuting yourself. Okay. The cytoplasm exists in
Both.
Miss, what is the difference between the cell, the animal's cell, and the human's cell?
there is no difference. No difference. Both of us have exactly the same cell. It's only one cell. It's called animal cell. No difference. Huh? The cytoplasm exists in
Both.
both. Very good. Very good. It exists in both, in animal cell and plant cell. Okay, the nucleus exists in
Both.
both. Very good. We said that any cell must has the nucleus. Sap vacuoles,
Both.
both. Very good. But in animal cell they are many and small, but in plant cell it's only one and large. Very good. The chloroplasts
Plant cell.
exist in
Plant cell.
Plant
very
cell.
good. Very good. Only plant cell to take or absorb the sunlight and help the plant to make its food. But animals and humans don't need chloroplasts because we don't absorb the sunlight and we don't make our food by ourselves. Okay.
مس
Yes.
هو الجوب كاس السبة كده علينا في الامتحان.
No.
خير ورقة.
بالظبط يا مصطفى خير وبركة.
Okay. I will mute all of your voices again to continue. Okay.
No, 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 no. Why? Sometimes
Okay. Now let's continue this new part. The living organisms are divided into two different types. Again, the living organisms are divided into two different types. The first one is called multicellular. 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 And the second type is called unicellular. 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 Again, no, Layla, the function of sap vacuole not with us in the exam. No, no, it's not a part of our curriculum. So again, the living organisms, The living organisms are divided into two types. You're welcome. Are divided into two types. The first one is called multicellular, and the second one is called unicellular. What is the meaning of those? Okay, multicellular, multicellular. Multi means many, multi means many. It means many cells. Can you see the word of cell here? Multicellular. So multi means many. So it means many cells. Many cells. It means that we have two types of living organisms. Some living organisms have many of cells in their body. They have many of cells in their body, and other living organisms are unicellular. Uni means one. Uni means one. One cell. One cell. So some living organisms have many cells in their body, and some other living organisms have only one cell in their body. Only one cell in their body. So again, multicellular means multicellular means the living organisms that have many cells in their body. Many cells in their body. And unicellular means the living organisms that have only one cell in their body. All of their body, all of their body consists of only one cell. And we can't see the one cell by our eyes without the microscope. So their bodies are very, very, very small, as we can't see them. So again, the multicellular organisms, they are the living organisms that have many cells in their body. Do you think we as humans are multicellular or unicellular? Sure, we are multicellular because we have millions of cells in our body. We don't have only one cell in our body. We have millions of cells in our body. We have six systems, and each system has organs, and each organ has tissues, and each one tissue has millions of cells. So we have millions of cells in our body. So sure, we are multicellular as we have many cells in our body. Many cells. Who has many cells in their bodies? Humans for sure. Animals for sure, because they are exactly like us. And sure, plants. So humans and animals have millions of animal cells in their bodies. And plants also have millions of plant cells in their bodies. So humans, animals, and plants, all of them are multicellular as they have many of cells in their bodies. But unicellular organisms, they are very small organisms as we can't see them by our eyes because all of their body consists of only one cell. Like what? Only one cell, like bacteria. Bacteria has only one cell in their body, and yeast fungus. Okay, so we can't see the bacteria with our eyes, so the bacteria is unicellular organism. Their body consists of only one cell. Okay, we will take now the structure of yeast fungus as it's a unicellular organism. So what is the structure of yeast fungus? This is the cell of yeast fungus. It consists of only four things, and this is the only cell in the yeast fungus. It's only one cell. This is the only cell in yeast fungus. It consists of four things. Sure, nucleus, sure, cytoplasm, and only one sap vacuole, one sap vacuole. This is not a sap vacuole. Only one sap vacuole and only one outer cover cell wall. Only one outer cover cell wall. So the structure of yeast fungus, it consists of four things: nucleus, cytoplasm, sap vacuole, and cell wall. What is the importance of yeast fungus, or what is the job of yeast fungus? Is it important in our life? Yes, sure, it's important. It has an importance. So what is the importance or the job of yeast fungus? It helps us to make two things. Two things. It helps us in making bread. Bread. We can't make bread without yeast. So it helps us to make bread, and it helps us in making alcohol. Alcohol. So we used yeast fungus in making two things: bread and alcohol. So this is the lesson of today. Now we finished the lesson of the cell, and now I will unmute your voices to answer all of your questions.
Miss, نسمع
Okay.
حاجة؟
Yes.